Welcome to the last set of word problems, everybody. And now, it's time to go to the concept of using your logic. So, here's the activity. Ang activity namin ngayon ay read each of the following statements or stories and identify what is the logic being implied. Write the 5 statements to verify your answers. Okay, diba remember sa logic? Diba remember in logic, we have the stories, diba? And then based on the story that you're going to read, you will have to identify what is the hypothesis, the P and the Q. The P stands for the prediction. What do you want to test? And the Q is the result. Like for example, if you study hard, that's P. You'll get high grades. That's Q. Diba? And then, based on the conditional statements that you have,
put out your food, just tell me.
State, there's a shoot. Okay. And then, diba remember, we have, ano yun? The 5 statements. We have conditional. Conditional if P, then Q. Inverse, if not P, then not Q. Diba? Same lang sa conditional. Kapag converse, Q muna bago P. Pero sa contrapositive, Q first bago P. Pero negative. Tapos, by conditional, P if and only if it follows the Q. Yan. Diba? Now, let's start. Number 1. Rexeline's class starts at 7:30 a.m. She must arrive there before the class starts, otherwise she will be considered late. What do you think is the P in this situation? Okay. Ito yun. Ito yung mga solution sheets na ginawa ko sa logic. Here it is. For item 1, diba yung remember sabi dito, Rexeline needs to arrive school before 7:30 a.m. Otherwise, she'll be considered late. So, what is the hypothesis? What is the P? The P is, Rexeline arrives school before 7:30 a.m. The Q is, Rexeline will be considered early. Yes, because diba remember, hypothesis P, you arrive school before 7:30 a.m. Q, you will be considered early. Diba sa school, if you will arrive school before 7 o'clock, diba, for example, your class starts at 7 o'clock or 7:30, you're early. Pero what happens if you arrive at mga 8 o'clock? You're late. Diba? That's how it goes. And then yung mga logical statements. How do you write the conditional statement? If Rexeline arrives school before 7:30 a.m., she'll be considered early. Am I right? Yes. Kapag inverse naman, may not. If Rexeline arrives school later than 7:30 a.m., ayan, nakita mo, later than. Because you can say not earlier than 7 a.m. 30 a.m. Pero since there's double negative, so you have to use na lang the antonym, which is later. So later than 7:30 a.m., she'll be considered late, not early. Or she won't be considered early, pero you have to consider the antonym. And then, if Rexeline wants to arrive early, yun nga, ito yung converse. If Rexeline is considered early, she arrives school before 7:30 a.m. Yan. And then yung in converse, what is the contrapositive? If Rexeline is considered late, then she arrives school later than 7:30 a.m. Yan, di ba remember they're just the same, di ba? Although may positive, negative. Pero how do you form the biconditional statement? Madali lang yan. Rexeline must arrive school before 7:30 a.m. if and only if she wants to be considered early. Yan. Yun ang statement, di ba? You should arrive school before 7:30 if and only if you want to be considered early. Yan. Okay, number 2. John Carlos is 20 years old and a young adult. Now, how do you formulate the statement? Ganito kasi yun. Okay. So, ito yung nangyari. So, item 5-2, how do you formulate the hypothesis? Diba, JC, diba sabi dito sa word, JC is 20 years old. So, he's a young adult. So, what is the hypothesis? P, JC is 20 years old. Q, JC is a young adult. So, yan, ibig sabihin, kung 20 years old ka na, young adult. So, diba remember that JC is John Carlos Go, and he is my classmate. So, shout out to John Carlos Go, who's 20 years old. And yeah, Ako na yung naman, I'm 25 years old. Magta-25 na ako noong February 24, 2025. So therefore, I'm 24 years old. So ang Q ko, maging I'm already an adult. Pero kung 20 ka, you're still considered young adult. Young pa ka pa eh. Parang kakatapos bala yung teen mo. Okay? Now let's write the logical statements. So how do you say it? How do you write it? You say it. Okay? Here it is. Conditional, if JC is 20 years old, he is currently a young adult. What about the inverse? Yan. If JC is not 20 years old, he is currently a child or a teenager. Baka mali mo, if JC during that time, he could be mga mga 18 or 19. So kung ganon, baka mali mo maging teenager siya. O pwede maging 8. So yun talaga yung mangyayari kapag inverse. Yan, di ba? What about the converse? JC is currently a young adult even if he's 20 years old of age. Yes, if he's currently 20 years of age. Yan. If JC is not a young adult, he is not currently 20 years of age. Yan, di ba? He's not currently 20 years of age. Baka mali mo, it could be 18, 17, 16, 21, 22, 35, yung mga ganon. And then yung biconditional naman, how do you write the biconditional statement? JC is currently 20 years old if and only if he is currently a young adult. Is certain to be 20 years old right now if and only if he is a young adult. Yan. That is how you do the statement. Now let's go to number 3. Please wait for a while. In number 3, Brother Tennyson stands firm for the Lord. Thus, he lives for him being a disciple of Christ. Yan. So in this statement, this is Brother Tennyson. Take note that Brother Tennyson is my church pastor in church. So let's identify the following. Okay, let's go. So now let's go to item 5-3. Diba sabi dito, Brother Tennyson stands firm for the Lord. Hence, he's living for him. Diba remember sabi dito sa Bible? If you read in 1 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 8, if you stand firm for the Lord, you will live for him, diba? That's what it says in the Bible. Now let's formulate the hypothesis. So the hypothesis is, if you stand firm for the Lord, yan. Brother Tennyson stands firm for the Lord. Diba remember, in Christian meaning, if you stand firm for the Lord, that means you are doing whatever God asks you to do. You're doing the Christian discipline, diba? As a disciple of Christ. Then if you're doing whatever the Lord asks you to do, what will happen? You are living for him as a disciple of Christ. That's what it says. Diba remember if you read that in 1 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 8, the Bible is stated true. Okay? Now, let's write the logical statements to see if it's true from the Bible. Yes, that's the one, diba? And then yung inverse, if Brother Tennyson does not stand firm for the Lord, he is not living for him. Yan, that's the one. If Brother Tennyson is currently living for the Lord, he is standing firm for him. Yan. If Brother Tennyson wants to live for the Lord, he must stand firm towards him. Contrapositive, if Brother Tennyson does not want to live for the Lord, he is not standing firm towards him. Yan. And then yung biconditional naman, you say it. Okay. Brother Tennyson stands firm for the Lord, wants to stand firm for the Lord, if and only if he wants to live for him. Yan, diba? That's what it says here. But I said here, if and only if he wants to live for him daily. Because if you want to live for the Lord daily, you need to stand firm and be compliant to what the Lord Jesus says. Because the Lord Jesus is our God. So there's no need to do anything bad towards him because he is our one and only promised Savior. Remember that, okay? Now let's go to the next. Okay, number 4. Ati CJ went to Starbucks and she ordered a grande drink to indulge herself. Wow, sarap naman, Ati CJ. Magpunta ka sa Starbucks para i-relax mo yung sarili mo sa drink na yan. She liked the drink so much that she even posted on her story on Facebook. Oh yeah, that's what the trend of people, what they're doing nowadays. Whenever they like the thing that they want, that they ordered, they post it on Facebook. Yun naman talaga yung mga tao na yon. Lalo na they post it on my story. Like for example, si Thunderson Tan. Di ba remember, shout out to Sir Thunderson who is watching my videos right now. If you're listening to my vlog, sabi you know naman Sir Thunderson, ibe hapsyong ye siya ming ti iletsya ti Taekwan. Tapos ibe iti post that ti Leng Shu. He will post that on his Facebook account, telling them that that's the food he eats. Hay nako si Thunderson, social media addict yun. I do not know why. Pero di bale. So now let's identify what is the P. So the P is, let's go to the PowerPoint and check it out. Our P is, Achi CJ orders a Starbucks drink. Achi CJ is currently indulging herself. So the P is, if you order a Starbucks drink, then you want to indulge yourself. Yan. And then, what are the logical statements? If Achi CJ orders a Starbucks drink, she is currently indulging herself. If Achi CJ does not want to order a Starbucks drink, she does not want to indulge herself. Yan. If Achi CJ wants to indulge herself, she must order a Starbucks drink. Yan. Or she may opt. Pwede pa rin, kasi nga baka man mo gusto ni Achi CJ magzago siya, o mag-cafe siya, o mag-boba tea siya, kahit ano. Yun naman talaga. There are different ways in how you can indulge yourself with those drinks. And then, contrapositive, if Achi CJ does not want to indulge herself, she should not order any drink. Yan. Not just only a Starbucks drink, pero any other drink naman. And then, kapag by conditional, how's the statement? Achi CJ will order a Starbucks drink even only if she wants to indulge herself. Yan. Correct. And that's it. Next item. Parang naselos na ako kay Achi CJ ha. Gusto niya mag-inom ng mga Starbucks drink. Masarap yun, no? Next, number 5. Nina and her G-Code Squad. Ay, kilala naman si Nina, di ba? Di ba remember yung Girl Wonders of Cebu? Yun. So, ang sabi dito, Nina and her G-Code Squad go to a boutique in a mall. So, nagbarkada sila, nagpunta sila sa mall. Diba, nagbarkada sila, nagpunta sila sa mall. You know naman yung mga senior high students nowadays. They always go in packs and then they go barkada there. They always go, mag-shopping. You know naman, it's always their trend. The girl group buys several pairs of jeans that would fit them. Although the jeans they want to buy may be expensive, it is still comfortable for them to wear. Ayan, diba remember this is the statement here. So diba remember, gusto ni Nina, they will buy several pairs of jeans. At ang pantalon na gusto nila bibilhin, isusukat nila na na tama. It should fit them. Pero kaso, it's expensive. Kaso lang, ang gusto nila, it should be comfortable for them to wear. So what is the logic? Ganito kasi yun. Let's go back to the PowerPoint and formulate the hypothesis. So what is the P? If you wear pants that is comfortable, di ba? Di ba remember the P that I put there is the pants with Nina and her friends. Then, Q, the pants is comfortable. Yan. Pero I think in general, that is the P. The P is, you are comfortable in the pants. Like for example, di ba nagpunta ka sa Uniqlo, and then you buy pairs of jeans there. Tapos sinukat mo, you try to wear it on, and then you feel so comfortable in the pants. So therefore, it suits you, and it's correct. So therefore, the pants suit you, and it's fit. Di ba? Kaya nga, reverse, ibaliktad. Ang P dapat, the pants, it should be comfortable. Then, it fits you. Yan. So now, let's go to the logical statements. So let's see how I wrote it. Condition, I do not know which is correct. Kung alin sa tingin yung tama, isunod mo sa comments. Okay? Now, let's write the logical statements. If the pants fit Nina and her friends, they all feel comfortable. That is the conditional statement. If the pants don't fit Nina and her friends, they all feel uncomfortable. That is the inverse. You don't say they don't feel comfortable. You can say uncomfortable. Dahil may suffix na an. Kaya sa logic, if you want to use the antonym, you need to remember your suffixes and prefixes. Okay? And then sa converse, if Nina and all her friends feel comfortable in the pants they're wearing, then the pants suit them. Dapat that's supposed to be conditional. If Nina and her friends feel comfortable in the pants they're wearing, the pants should suit them. At saka yung inverse naman, the literal inverse is, If the Nina and her friends feel uncomfortable in the pants they're wearing, then the pants don't suit them. Yan. That is the inverse. Itong conditional na to, dapat it's supposed to be the converse. If the pants fit Nina and your friends, they all feel comfortable in it. If the pants don't fit Nina and your friends, they feel uncomfortable. Kaya nga I was wrong. Dapat ang tama dyan ay the pants fit Nina and her friends, that is the Q. If they feel comfortable, that is the P. And then yung by conditional, ito yung ninilagay ko. The pants fit Nina and her friends if and only if they feel comfortable in the pants. Yeah, that is the by conditional. Pero, in general, di ba remember the P is, they feel comfortable. Nina and her friends feel comfortable in the pants if and only if the pants really suit them. Yan. So, yun yung tama. Kaya nga mali talaga lahat. I'm so sorry. Pero I do not know which is the right. Pero if I agree with you, you guys are right. Pero leave it in the comments below if you think you really agree to the real statement more than the one that I put here. Okay? So, yan. Next item. Now for number 6, majority of the populations worldwide are currently voting for Donald Trump to become president from 2024 to 2028. However, some of the people are disloyal towards Trump. Therefore, they voted for Ms. Harris to become the first women president of the United States. The conjectures are still on to determine who will be the next president of the US. Ayan, in this statement, of course, everybody knows this because this has been a trending news already ever since the start of November. We already know on November, it's already the US elections. And lots of people are voting if they wanted Kamala Harris or that annoying Donald Trump to be the president of the US. Yeah, I don't like Trump because Trump is annoying. He ruins my racing convention, that son of a bitch. Yeah, I agree. But can we finish with the lecture? Okay, so ganito kasi yung nangyari. So we know that everybody likes Donald Trump. So diba remember nowadays, I heard pala nowadays, they say that Trump wins in the election. Paano yun? Let's see. Ito talaga yung nangyari si Trump na yun. Diba remember ito yung nangyari. Here are the states that voted for Trump and for Harris. 226 people are loyal towards Harris, and 295% of the population voted for Donald Trump. And here is the map of the United States that tells us what are the states who voted for Donald Trump to be president. And that's what happened. Now let's go back to our PowerPoint. So we know talaga in this particular situation, Donald Trump is supposed to be the president. The people nowadays are voting for either Trump or Harris to be the winner. If Trump will be president, if the people vote for Trump, then Trump will be president. If the people vote for Harris, then Harris will become president. So therefore, we already know what is our P and our Q. Our P is we vote for a president. The Q is the president who gets the most votes will become the president itself. Yun. That is the Q. Like in my situation, I said, what is the P? People are loyal for Trump. Yan. But in general, dapat it's supposed to be the people are loyal for that president. If you're loyal to that president, you would vote for him. And if you vote for that president, and the president with the most votes is considered to be the president for 2024 to 2028. Yan. That is the Q. Now, what is our logical statements? If the people are loyal towards Trump, they'll vote for him to become the president. Now, for inverse, how do you write that? If the people are not loyal towards Trump, or you can say, disloyal towards Trump, they'll vote for Kamala Harris to become president. Yan. It means they're voting for Kamala Harris to become president, not Dale. Kasi nga, it's present progressive. You know that's the issue now. They're either voting for Trump or voting for Harris. Yan. And then converse, if the people voted for Trump to become president, they should be loyal towards him. Yan. For contrapositive naman, if the people want to vote for Harris to become president, they must not be loyal to Trump. Or they must be disloyal to Trump. Yan. I just put the him because I thought I put Trump already. And then for biconditional, you say it. Okay. The people are loyal for Trump, for Donald Trump to become the president, if and only if they want to vote for him to become the president of the US from 2024 to 2028. So yan. And that is the trending news right now. The people voting for Trump and the people voting for Kamala Harris to become the president. And it depends upon the Oval Office who's going to win. And we know nowadays that Trump is the winner. If you want to know more about this news, you can watch this on YouTube and find out more about that. Okay? Next, number 7. Miguel and all of his friends love playing the battle rounds in Bowser's Warped Orbit in Mario Party 8. Sorry. Gwah! Gwah! Tainga mo, President Duterte! Putay ka mo! I, Bowser, will corrupt your business. When you come on down to my Warped Orbit, you will get all your stars diminished. And that's what I like. Corruption is in the air! Gwah! Putay mo talaga, President Duterte! Ayoko na sa'yo! Balik na tayo sa lecture. Huwag na tayo matiniwala kay Duterte. Taking kayo. Okay. So it says here that if you play in Bowser's Warped Orbit in Mario Party 8, ganito yung rules. Diba? Sabi dito, ang ginawa ni Miguel at saka yung mga kaibigan niya, he loves collecting candies and he's in bliss whenever he picks up one. Ayan, diba yung sa Mario Party 8, yun yung laro. Whenever you pick up a candy lying around on the board, you may pick it up and then say, oh, ano to? You should be happy for the candies that you get. Pero you must consider your candy wisely. You know why? Because if you have too much candy, you need to discard some away. Except for those blue ones. Aya! Diba when you're playing Bowser's Warped Orbit, there are 5 types of candy. The twice candy that'll let you speed up. The vampire candy which will let you steal money. Or in short, pag nanakaw, the slow-go candy that is to let you land on a specific space using the die. And then the 2 unique candies, which are the blue ones, which are Bullet and Bowser candy. So if you eat those candies, you will steal stars from your rivals. If you haven't watched the video of me playing Mario Party 8, please watch that. Yeah! You better watch the video of me playing Mario Party 8, beating people. That game is fun. Waha! Yeah, of course, we already know that. Next, and it says here, you must save the blue candies because you know that these candies are crucial in order to attack opponents for stars to win the battle. Now, let's identify the hypothesis. What is the P? The P is if you save blue candies and that you want to eat them. Just like so. Miguel collects and eats the blue candies. Like the Bowser candy and Bullet candy. Q, you have the power to attack and steal stars to win. Yaha! That's why I always save every blue candy. Lahat kayo, mga Apple kayo, mga CPUs doon sa Mario Party 8, wala kayong tiwala. Maggastos naman kayo para sa hindi essential na candy. Ako naman, nag-ibon ako para sa bukhaw na candy para maputunayan na panalo ako sa laro na to. Mga ewan kayo. Oh, that's not the way. You're not supposed to be cursing. Sorry, ma'am. Oh, you're shooting. Go back to your lesson. Focus. Yes, ma'am. Anyway, so now let's write the logical statements. So, if Miguel eats the blue candies, he has the power to steal stars from opponents. Yan. Diba? Or has the power to attack opponents to steal stars. Pwede naman. And then inverse, if Miguel does not eat the blue candies, he does not have the power to attack opponents to steal stars. Yan. Kapag converse, if Miguel wants to have the power to attack his opponents, he should eat the blue candies. Yan. That's how you play the game, diba, sa Bowser's Warped Orbit. If Miguel doesn't have any power to attack opponents, he doesn't have any blue candies or does not collect any blue candies. And then, kapag biconditional, how do you say it? Yay! Hooray! You know what they say in Bowser's Warped Orbit? if you really want to win the game, this is what you do. A player must eat every blue candy he collects, if and only if he wants to be considered a superstar in the battle. That's right. That's right, because if you really want to win my game, or beat my board game, you should eat lots of candy, blue candy, and steal the stars. But don't panic, because I'm gonna steal your stars too. So better watch out. And by the way, thank you for all the people who vote for Trump to be president. I like it! Go fuck yourself, President Duterte. Ayoko na! Utain niyo mo! Sige nga, and that's our biconditional statement. Okay. Now for number 8, it says here, Jasmine has a great talent when it comes to singing. Thus, she wanted to participate in a sing contest. Ayan, si Jasmine, di ba remember I saw her from The Voice Kids, di ba? Noong 2024. So that girl loves to sing so much. At dahil mahilig siya sa pagkakanta, dahil dyan, nag-participate siya sa The Voice Kids, sa isang singing contest sa The Voice Kids. At dahil dyan, she finally got a chance to pass the blinds, and then, yun nga, she's now motivated to become a part of the battles, joining Spellbound. Ayan, di ba remember sa The Voice Kids, di ba the first thing you have to do is to go through the blinds. And then once you've successfully passed through the blinds, you will already select your coach. If you want to be passing in the blinds, the coach must turn for you. The coach must push the I want you button. Pero meron na isa, and that's Kuya Stel. Si Kuya Stel ay nag-push ng button. At dahil dyan, pinili ni Jasmine na kapunta siya sa Spellbound. At yun nga, sa battle rounds, which you will watch this coming Sunday, doon siya sa Spellbound para maglaban sa team niya. Okay? Now, let's write the statement. So, what is the hypothesis? The hypothesis here is, if you sing well that Kuya Stel had turned for you, and you chose him to become your coach. Just like that, Jasmine chooses Kuya Stel to become her coach. And then the cue is, you're part of Spellbound. Diba members of The Voice Kids, if you chose Kuya Stel, you're part of Spellbound. If you chose Ate Julie, you'll be part of the Jewel Squad. If you chose Kuya Pablo, that's Kuya Pabs in short, you belong to ang tropa ni Kuya Pabs. Pero if you chose Kuya Billy, it's Team Believe. Yan. Now let's write the logical statements. If Jasmine chooses Kuya Stel to become her coach, she'll join Spellbound in the battles. Yan. If Jasmine does not choose Kuya Stel to become her coach, or if Kuya Stel did not turn for Jasmine, and that Jasmine chose another coach to be part of her team, she won't be part of Spellbound in the battle rounds. Yan. For converse, Q. If Jasmine wants to join the battle rounds in Spellbound, if Jasmine wants to be part of Spellbound in the battles, then she must choose Kuya Stel to become her coach. Yan. Kapag contrapositive naman, if Jasmine does not want to be part of Spellbound, she must not choose Kuya Stel as her coach. Yan. And then kapag contrapositive, you say it. If I don't, I will be, I don't know how to say this, but I joined The Voice Kids. They say in The Voice Kids that I must choose Kuya Stel if he wanted to be my coach. So therefore, let's read it together para hindi kayo mahirapan. I should choose Kuya Stel to become my coach, if and only if I want to be part of the Spellbound during the battles. Good luck and see me in the battles. Good luck if you can see my big sister. Bye. Yeah, we are cheering for you, little girl. Anyway, so that's how you write the statements. 2 more to go. Kuya Vincent loves watching NBA exhibition basketball matches on live TV. He is always avid to see which team will win the championship. Upon watching the gameplay, he screams some specific words based on what happened. For instance, if there's a foul, he says foul. For score, he either mentions 3-point or 2-point or free throw depending on the situation. Diba sa basketball, if you score, Pwedeng 3-point because it's out of the, out of the area. Outer ring. 2-point kapag doon ka sa, malapit ka sa, sa basket. Tapos, 1 point kapag free throw. Dahil na-commit ka ng foul. Diba? So, yan. At dahil naging fan siya sa basketball, he's so fond of watching the game that his enthusiasm of becoming a legendary basketball player may come true someday. Ayan, yun yung mga trend ng mga Pilipino. Yun naman yung mga Pilipino, mahilig sila sa mga basketball. They love basketball so much, that's why, mahilig sila magnood ng basketball sa TV. And they love watching basketball on TV, that's the reason why they love basketball and they wanted to, to keep on playing basketball for a whole lifetime. And that's their dream. They want to join the varsity and play basketball, and of course in school. So now let's type the 5 statements. So here are the 5 statements depending on the situation sa basketball. So it says here, ano yung formulating hypothesis namin? Kuya Vincent enjoys watching basketball live shows on TV and he gives comments about them. Yan, if you enjoy watching basketball and if you're so fond of basketball, then what's the cue? You become a basketball enthusiast that you want to become a legendary basketball hero as your dream. Yan, or MVP. So what are the logical statements? If Kuya Vincent loves watching basketball on TV, he is enthusiastic, he is a basketball enthusiast who becomes a legendary basketball player in the future. Yan. Kapag inverse, if Kuya Vincent does not like watching basketball on TV, he's not enthusiastic of becoming a legendary basketball player. Yun lang. Diba? Kapag converse, if Kuya Vincent dreams of becoming a legendary basketball player someday, he should enjoy watching basketball shows and giving comments and practicing. Yan. That is converse. If Kuya Vincent is enthusiastic of becoming a basketball player, he should love watching basketball shows on TV. Or he should be enthusiastic when it comes to playing basketball. Yan. Kapag in contrapositive, if Kuya Vincent does not dream of becoming a legendary basketball player, he is not enthusiastic of basketball games. Yan. And then converse, please say it. Yung biconditional, that's my favorite. If Kuya Vincent enjoys watching basketball live shows on TV, if and only if he dreams to become a basketball enthusiast or legendary basketball player in the future. So yan. Yun lang. Last but not least, let's go to the last problem. Let's go to item number 10. Here we go. Every time me and my father go shopping to buy random items in malls, he always tells me to be wary of my money and my PWD card. Ayan! Did you know that I have a PWD card? Kasi nga may autism ako. So therefore, kailangan ko ng PWD sa pagbili ng mga items. At for extra discount. So my dad said, di ba, sabi niya, Rafi be very careful with your money dahil what you all this, you have PWD at saka may pera ka. So, ingatan mo yung pera mo and for the rest of the people. In one scenario, I want to buy 4 pieces of siomai at Master Siomai. That's supposed to be random siomai. Not random. It's Master Siomai pala. Sorry. So, yan. Di ba yung member sa Master Siomai, pwede ka mabili ng 4-piece siomai and it's only a food stall. And then you will just use, and they have coins lang. So, therefore, you need to give smaller amount. Pero ang ginawa ko, I use 1,000 pesos so that I can be given change. However, they don't have any smaller bills that they would give me as change. Ayan, kasi nga that's also one more lesson that my mom told me when it comes to shopping. Dapat, they told me that you should prioritize the big bills first so that you should be given the change. Like for example, nagpunta ka sa Jollibee, you buy mix and match na 100 peso, 150 pesos. Dapat you should give 1,000 para you'll be given change of 850. Not you will give 150 exact amount para later when you eat at sa small food stalls or magmamasaya ka, you'll just give 1,000. No. Dapat you should give the bigger money in the restaurant so that you'll be given smaller change for smaller fares. Like for example, sa Jollibee, di ba, remember you give large amount there. So therefore, you'll be given change. Kasi nga may cash register sila. Basta tandaan mo, kapag every restaurant, kapag meron silang cash register, Ibig sabihin, they have lots of change that they can give you. Diba? So, yan. Like, for example, diba yung may mga kay-hair, meron sila mga 1,000, 500, 200, naka-seriate na yan. Para when they give you change, automatic na yan. Kumpara sa what you want sa mga small food stalls, like the Shawarma Shack, Master Shomai, Potato Corner, you have to use mga coins or exact bills or smaller bills para they can give you the change easily. Like, for example, sa Potato Corner, gusto mo bilhin ng fries. That's only 105. So, you give 200 and you'll be given 95 pesos as change. So, they have 50, 20, 20, tapos 5. Yan. And that's how you'll be given change in that scenario, okay? Now, let's go to the logical statements. So, what is the hypothesis? Using large denomination bills to pay in restaurants. Yan. Di ba? Remember, that's what my dad told me. Rafi, use na the 5,000. 1,000 in Kuya J. Diba, remember sa Kuya J, kahit na gusto ko bilhin ko yung halo-halo na only 200, sabi ni Pips sa akin, my dad told me, Rafi, use na the 1,000 para do all this lot na yan, para change na. Yan. And then remember yung mga kaya they say, I receive 1,000. Yan. At saka one more thing that my mom also told me when it comes to shopping at mga markets na sa taming divisoria, like for example, di ba, gulay, that's only 100 pesos. If you give 1,000 pesos, yun nga talaga yung gagawin yung mga tao. It's always a trend talaga. They will make it magically disappear without giving you back the change. So, dapat you should be given change at the restaurant. Para, when you go down to the divisoria to buy vegetables, you will use lang the 100 that you got as change. So, yun. Okay? So, that is how the logic is. If you use large denomination bills to pay in restaurants, this should make it easier to get smaller denomination bills as change to help me pay for the exact amount in other areas. Yan. Like for pamasahe, di ba? Remember, let's say for example, you go to Potato Corner. You pay 1,000 pesos. And Potato Corner said, wala ka ba kaming smaller bill? Or baka man naman, they will ask you, do you have mga 9 pesos lang? Yung mga ganon, di ba? They can ask you because baka man mo, the Potato Corner, it costs mga 199 to 100. Diba? And then they don't have coins. So they might ask, do you have 1 peso? So you can give them, 100. And then yung nga, you have 1 peso. So you can give them as change. Diba? So yun. That's how the criteria goes. Part they can give you 100 as change. And then, you give them 1 peso to make it 99. Yan. Diba? So, 200, 1. They give you 100, so minus 1. Yun yung logic sa pagbabayad ng pera. Yun yung trend na yun, especially nowadays when I go shopping. So, yan. Now, let's write the logical statements. Okay, before I put it in the PowerPoint, why don't you say it for me? If I use large denomination bills to pay in restaurants, I can get the smaller change, the denomination bills as change to help me pay for the exact amount. Yan, so it's here, diba? Or in short, it will just yield me to get the change easily, which will help me pay for something cheap easily without giving change. Hard time of giving change. Yan, like for example, diba, remember you go to Jollibee, you order mix and match, 150. You give 1,000, you're 850. Yun nga, di ba remember, you will have mga 500, 100, 100. Then when you go to McDo naman, you buy a cheeseburger. So you give the 500, then you'll be given 100, 100. So that every 100 that you have, you can let it be given as change. Dapat, that's what people are doing. They prioritize the big bills. Para what you always say can be given change. Don't just always prioritize the coins. That's what my dad told me. That's the logic. Shout out to my dad and my mom out there who are listening to my vlogs right now and who's listening to this lesson so that I can learn talaga how to use money wisely. So, yan. Now, kapag inverse, ito yun. How do you say the inverse? If I use the exact amount to pay in the restaurant, then I will have a hard time to get the change in smaller restaurants. Like, for example, di ba nagpunta ako sa Jollibee and then I order mix and match, 150. And then I just paid down 150. Tapos, di ba, I have 1,000 so that I can buy for, mga Shawarma Shack. But the Shawarma Shack says, wala ka maming barya, sir. So it may be sad. Kaya dapat I should give the 1,000 first, and then they will give me change of 50 and 100, so that the 100 I can give to the shawarma shack para meron akong shawarma. Diba? So yan. Para di ako mahirapan. So yun yung inverse. Now, kapag converse, if I want to have smaller denomination bills to help me pay easily in small food stores, I should use the large denomination bills in the restaurant. Yan, that's the one I told you kanina, di ba? So yun. Like for example, di ba, remember there was one time nagpunta ako sa Tutuban, and then I gave 500 to the Moshi Manju. Tapos sabi nila sa akin, Sir, mayroon ka bang smaller bill? Hindi pa sapat. Yun nga eh. Buti nga, nagpunta ako sa Kentucky Fried Chicken para magbigay ko ng 500 to order my Kentucky, which is only 200. And then I was given change of 300. So I have 100 and 300 and 200. Para when I go to Moshi Manju, I'll give them the 200. And then yun nga, they gave me coins. Diba? So yan. Kaya nga, that is how you're going to do it. You should prioritize the larger bills in restaurants that has a cash register that isolates every 1,000, 500, 200, 100, and so on. Tapos yung mga small food stalls, just give na lang the small amount. Or like for example, my dad told me when I go ride the LRT. Diba, remember there's a vending machine where you can insert money so that you can fill up as load? Pero if you do that, wala kang change. Pero if you want to have change, you have to give it to the clerk. Yun ang mangyayari kapag umupunta ka sa LRT station. Yun ang logic na tinuro sa akin ng tatay ko. So, peeps, if you're listening to this right now, I hope you're learning something. So, yeah. Now, going back to contrapositive, paano yung contrapositive statement? Yun yung ginawa ko. Kaya ang ginawa ng tatay ko, that is what my dad is doing. Ang contrapositive, yun yung ginawa ko. Inisip ko, I have to use every small amount up and finish it and then save the large one for another time. Bakit ganon? Kaya nga, my mom said, Rafi, you're wrong! Prioritize the large bills first! Use 500 muna! Then let it change! Yan! Diba? So therefore, yung contrapositive, if I want to have the change being given in small food stores, I must give I should have given the exact amount in the restaurant, which is what I was doing. Like for example, diba, remember nagpunta ako sa Chowking. I ordered halo-halo, Laureate, and Siopaw. All together, that's mga 500. I gave them 500. And then I still have 1,000, which I will use for my, what you call this, shopping at Divisoria. Pero when I give them 1,000, the tindera said, Hoy, I tell the tindera, Hoy, tindera, suklay ko, wala ka alam, 1,000 na yan, bigyan mo na sa akin, sa laman na yan, putay kayo yung tindera na yan, mga bobo kayo. So yan, that is what my dad told me. If you give 1,000 pesos to the street vendors, they can make it magically disappear. So that's the moral lesson. So dapat habang nasa restaurant, bigay mo na yung large bill. Para, when you're already on the outside world, like for example, nagpunta ka sa Divisoria for shopping, small bills ka na lang. Yan. So therefore, what is the biconditional statement, which is the moral lesson? Ito yun. Ang sabi ng tatay ko, my dad told me to use the large bills and let them have change in smaller amounts in the restaurant if and only if I want to give the exact amount in typical food stalls. Para hindi ako mahirapan mamaya sa small food stalls. So that they will not have a hard time giving me change pa rin. Yun pa rin. So yan. And that's it. So that's our lesson about logic. Thank you so much for watching and God bless you with your studies. And thank the Lord talaga, natapos na tayo sa logic. Thank the Lord talaga, we're now done with our 50-word problems. So yan, and that's everything. So leave a like if you like this video. And if you have any questions or clarifications regarding about the subject, don't hesitate to ask me. Bye!